For this edition of OKC Central, I'm Dave Morris alongside Steve Lackmeyer. Happy to be sponsored by Nichols Hills Plaza because they are interested in all things downtown and in just the growth of Oklahoma City in general. Today, we're at Steve's home away from home, better known as Beatniks at 13th and Robinson, which specializes in fantastic coffee and really good food. And I say that because Steve keeps his finger on the pulse of Oklahoma City, if you will, a lot of times by working from here, right?
I love working from here. I spend a lot of days working from this very room. I find that I can meet more people, connect with the community, and the owner, Sandra, is a very nice lady.
Fantastic. Well, the storylines that he's following this week is the goal of this short little video, and let's get into it. Let's lead off with the Rise. A lot of people are wondering what's going on with that project, Steve.
You know, it was supposed to open in 2013, then they said maybe last winter, then they said over the spring, then they were saying August, and more delays have occurred, and it has lost a couple of tenants. I've talked to the owner. He's talked about the issues that they've encountered as far as developing an old property. This is not an easy piece of dirt. They will open up 100% occupied, but it will likely be later this year. One tenant that left is clearly unhappy. The other tenants, including the other one that left, it's all amicable. They're being patient. And one of the things that we're being told by some of them is, you know, he could have torn all this down and built just another suburban shopping center, and it would have looked like anything in any other city, and we wouldn't have anything special here. So if you wanted to not only uncover this long masked building, remember it had all that ugly awning covering up this really cool engraved granite facade, well, there's issues that come with it. Sewer lines they didn't encounter, utility issues. It's a complicated piece of dirt. And so this story will delve into those issues and talk to both sides.
Among the construction projects you may see when you wander around downtown or drive downtown, St. Anthony's, which is expanding its ICU, I believe.
Yes, Walker Avenue is now shut down at 10th Street, which complicates traffic a little bit in that area right after the traffic circle. We also have quite a few parking spaces shut down, but St. Anthony has arranged to create some other parking for the area restaurants. It is going to be a hardship. There is some pain ahead for MidTown as this expansion goes on. They're building a $53 million ICU wing where their parking lot was immediately next to Kaiser's. Do not worry, Kaiser's is safe. They're fine. But like all the other restaurants and shops in the area, the traffic shutdowns, the loss of parking, it'll be painful. So I would encourage everyone who loves Midtown to keep loving it and be patient with the construction. It'll be a very nice project once done.
We experienced some of that back in the holiday season just this past year when Walker was shut down. A side note, I ran into a couple guys over the weekend, part of a construction crew in town for 18 months, and that's their job, is working on that gig there at St. Anthony's. I asked them, hey, what do you think about Oklahoma City? They're like, well, there's a lot to do here. And these guys are far younger than me, so good to hear that from them.
You know, just this last week, it was amazing. We had a concert in Bricktown, and there was a concert at the Bier Garden as well. Same night, I believe it was Sunday night. And there were thousands and thousands of people, especially at the gig in Bricktown. It's just, people are just learning to come downtown, and they're expecting to see something happening each week. And they're not disappointed. It's happening every weekend. It's happening Wednesday nights, Thursday nights. More often than not, you come downtown, there's something going on. There's something you can do.
We mentioned the expansion coming to St. Anthony's, which is near 10th and Walker. Well, right down the street from there is the Bier Garten.
Yes, I was just visiting with the owner of that. Things are moving along very nicely for him. That's a project where we are not seeing any construction delays. They've got the booth already in place where they'll be serving mixed drinks, local beer taps, and soda. They're putting up these seating areas where they'll be shaded. They've got an extensive set of restrooms. for this.
That's always key.
Yeah, actually, ladies will not be disappointed. Guys, there'll be plenty of spaces to walk up to and take care of what you need to take care of.
Fantastic. And that's a food truck court once that gets up and running, right?
Yeah, and just across the street, construction is still going very well on the future Fassler Hall, Bier Garten, which is a live music venue, German food restaurant, and Bier Garten. And then you've got Dust Bowl Lands, which is an old school style of bowling alley. Both of those are imports from Tulsa, and they're very popular there. And I suspect the combination of these two things together will keep people coming to MidTown for quite some time.
Very good. There you have it. A quick 3 headlines from Steve Lackmeyer of things that are happening downtown, or specifically in the Midtown and Uptown areas this week. Be sure to chat with Steve, 10:30 a.m. on newsok.com on Friday. What question are you looking forward to answering this week?
On Friday, I'm actually going to be at a Retro Metro OKC presentation on the history of Capitol Hill, and I'm looking forward to taking some time off that day. So my chat will not be taking place on Friday, but anyone who wants to join us learning about the history of Capitol Hill can do so. It's at 8:30 a.m. at Grill on the Hill on Southwest 25th and Capitol Hill, and I'll be taking the rest of that day off, much needed vacation, and I will be back with a chat the following week.
You can find archived versions of that chat on his blog at okccentral.com, and of course business coverage from Steve every day in the Oklahoman and online at News OK. Again, big thanks to our hosts here today at Beatniks. Stop by. Good coffee, good food, good people. You might run into this guy. And to Nichols Hills Plaza for sponsoring this segment. We certainly appreciate that.